always was. Sing me a song that I'll always hear. Tell me a story that I can read.
Let's get the show on the road. Folks were murdered by death from Indiana. There are many choices in this life that we'll get to make. When where you're from, and when the leaves are down, it's time to rake. But you can choose your drinking partner, and mine from Tennessee. Here's a straight Kentucky bourbon for me. Oh, it's straight Kentucky bourbon for me.
Hi, it's Rob Mitchell for Tunes and T.O., and I'm here with Adam, who's the lead singer of Murder by Death. And welcome back to Toronto.
Thanks, man. Good to be back.
So your first show was in April of 2000. And a couple years ago, you played in Ann Arbor, your 1000 show.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it probably blows your mind that you've gotten this far in music. And I was wondering, could you speak a little bit to how you guys as a band have had this longevity and continue to put out quality albums?
I'm glad you feel that way. I think, you know, a big part of the music world is luck and the hope that something that you make resonates with people and continues to resonate. And we've really made an effort to try and not make the same record over and over again. And I think that helps, just because what I've seen with the people who listen to us is that they always continue to listen. You know, not always, but a lot of the people who listen to Murder by Death will buy the next record or go to the concert years after they're into the band. I think maybe because we're not really attached to any scene or time period. We're not like we've never been the hot band. We've never been the band of the minute. So it's kind of just, we've always been there. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you do your own thing, that's just you being naturally yourself and making the music that you make, hopefully people will be attracted to that.
Cars lined up the street, a procession for the thief. The men were restless and the women howled as they professed their grief. Was struck with flame on his lips and in his hand a rusty flask. Leaving death, he forced the smiler to give him his dues for going out like that.
And you may travel all over, but Bloomington's home. And what does it mean to you to be from southern, like living in southern Indiana, and how has that contributed to you as a songwriter?
Sure. Well, southern Indiana, Bloomington is a beautiful little town, like about 70,000 people now, and it's in a valley. It's one of those towns that it's the cool city in Indiana. It's the one. It's like there's all the other places are fine, but like Bloomington's definitely the one where like young people go to school at Indiana University, and a lot of people end up staying, and we're some of those people. And it's just it's got that great small town vibe, and it's especially beautiful in the summer when all the students are gone, because 40,000 people leave, and you have this town that's got the facility for a bunch of people, but suddenly it's shrunken in population, and you never have to wait in line for anything. You never really have to anyway, but it's even quieter, and you feel like you own it. When you go to the swimming holes and just relax. I mean, one of the reasons I love it for the band is, one, it's really cheap to live there, but it's safe and charming, and it's a great place to come home to from tour, where we're the bustle of the big cities and the parking and the dealing with all the elements of big city life. We go back home, and I just sit on my porch all day and read a book, or play a song, work out music, or watch a movie, like on an old projector or something. And
there's so many great food places there.
Yeah, it's good eating there too.
There's like 2 Tibetan restaurants there.
It's true, yeah. The Dalai Lama's brother, he recently died actually, his brother, but he owns a restaurant there. And there's a large Asian population because of the college, so there's great Asian food, which I really like. So I mean, we have tons of Thai and good Chinese, and we have like strange cuisines too that you don't see in a small town, like Turkish and like you said, Tibetan.
Your music was featured in Tarantino's Inglourious Bastard trailer, and I've read a lot that you guys have always wanted to contribute music to a film score. Has that happened yet?
Not really. I mean, there's a million like student films and low budget films that have just picked up the songs and used them, but there hasn't been like the one that we got the perfect placement. There's been like video games and commercials, and like Sons of Anarchy used a song, and that stuff's really fun. I think we only really care about it because we're such movie nerds. And I'm a big Tarantino fan, so when that happened, I couldn't believe it. I mean, and that's also probably my favorite movie he made too. I thought he really came into his own and grew as a director and writer. Yeah, it's like a whole other level, and like I was saying about being in a band for a long time, the people I really like are the ones who you can watch their career and they're able to move between art and ways of doing what they do. And so for me, seeing him make that movie, I was like, yes, I always knew he could transition to the next level. And I'm very curious. He's got a new one coming out that I'm desperately trying to get our songs in. Yeah, I really...
It would be a good fit.
I know. We wrote him a letter and we sent him a box set of the vinyl, and we're like, I know you already used our song, but we will score this movie for you. We will. But the truth is, he'll probably get someone like Ennio Morricone to actually do it. I mean, he has any options.
Yeah, but he always throws in other crazy music and stuff too.
Yeah,
You never know.
you never know. I'm crossing my fingers because it sounds perfect. Yeah,
sounds amazing.
It would be really cool.
Well, I was watching some stuff with you guys today on YouTube, and this one guy was saying that he thinks your music's like rock and roll and a spaghetti western influence.
Yeah, we get that a lot, and that works for me. I mean, I don't usually name it, but it's
you're just playing.
Yeah,
it.
just
it's
do
not
it.
up to you. You guys are just putting it out into the world, how people perceive it and what they take from it. That's part of playing music.
That's what I always say is like, I just do it, and you can call it whatever you want. I don't really care. I hope you like it.
We talked about your love for movies a little bit, and I was wondering, is when you're writing songs and that, is there sometimes you're influenced by a movie, and if so, is there any that you come to mind immediately?
I don't know. I mean, it's more just like when I'm writing a song, I try to think about how they would have done it in a film. Like, here's the story, here's the narrative, what's happening, what is the important plot points? Like when you write a song, like how do you want the listener to feel in the beginning of the song? How do you want them to feel in the middle? How do you want them to feel in the end? And writing a great song, in my opinion, requires the listener to go through a transition and to not just feel one thing. And I've only written a couple of those, I think, that I feel like I accomplished that idea. And there's one on this, we just recorded a new record last month, and there's one on this new record which I think I nailed it better than ever.
Need your help here. Slow down, little girl. You've lost your way in this world. Slow down, run silent. You feel like
There's always 5 members in the group, and it seems like a lot of members contribute to the songwriting process. They have like ideas or whatnot. How does that work? Is it you and Sarah doing a lot of it?
I usually do start like 80% of the songs start with me with the lyrics and the melody and probably the chords, but it has gotten more involved. Sarah wrote a song on this new record. Scott wrote a song on this new record, and basically like they started the song and then I tweaked it and then we all worked it out together. But usually I'll bring an idea to the band and then we'll work it out as a group. And sometimes it changes dramatically. But it is a pretty. I mean, we're a band. It's not my. It's just not. It's not like Adam and the Murdered by Deathers. You know, it's like, it's all of us working together. Like for our publishing, we get equal songwriting credit, and I think that's just. I've heard so many horror stories from band members who got fucked over, and I just didn't want to be a part of that.
Also probably speaks to my first question about the longevity of the band. How you guys, you may be like the chief orchestrator of like the starting it, but yeah, you work together.
Yeah, I think it's a big part of it is that we are friends and we treat each other like friends, and there's mutual respect, and no one is better than anyone else, and nobody gets special treatment in any way. Everything is split evenly with with the money, with the credit. I think that's probably I should have said that, but I forget because it's not common. Like, I mean, when I talk to other people in bands, it's never like that. It's pretty rare. So it's nice to be able to have a system that works. It's a good time to be in a band.
That's cool.
It's a really good time, even though the music industry sucks and there's no money.
It seems like as you're saying though, all of that infrastructure is kind of falling away, but like the actual, you can go out as an independent and do stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot more facility for medium level bands. It's a thing that I was talking about with the producer of our latest record, John Congleton. He was saying there's never been a better time to be in a band because there's so many clubs, people are into live music. Even though you're not going to get paid for your CDs anymore, like you can go out and you can tour and it's easier. You jump in the van, like you use the internet to get there. Like it's just booking the shows is easier. There's more money.
You alluded to it earlier, a new album, because Goodbye Magpie was in about 2010. And when do you have plans of when that might be released, the new album?
Yeah, this summer. We don't have a date yet, but it will come out this summer.